welcome folks, Possum here, bringing you Raw is War. This is the first episode of Raw is War for My Universe mode, and we're starting off here with a tag team match between DGeneration X, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels versus the Nation of Domination, D'Lo Brown and Mustafa. Started off with a bit of offense from Triple H, and now we got a huge move off the top rope from Shawn Michaels to go for the first pin of the match as he gets a 2 count. Mustafa able to kick out there. And now we've got Shawn Michaels targeting the legs of D'Lo Brown, who is now in the ring, able to put in this leg lock hold right in the center of the ring, trying to target those legs and weaken the legs of D'Lo Brown. Next up, we've got him picking up D'Lo Brown. Gonna go for a nice side suplex, sending him back down onto the mat. Now Triple H trying to go for a pop-up powerbomb, but D'Lo Brown tried to turn that into a Hurricane Rana. Did not work out for him as he gets powerbombed into a pin for a 2 count as D'Lo just barely able to kick out. Here's another suplex here, but this is a counter here from Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels able to counter that into a pile driver, slamming the head of D'Lo Brown down against the mat. Here we've got a tag team maneuver coming in here. Super kick from Triple H set into Shawn Michaels going for the pedigree right in the center of the ring. Switching finishers between the two of them, but definitely doing a lot of damage to D'Lo Brown. Shawn Michaels making the error of getting out of the ring. Mustafa able to break that up. Big back elbow by Triple H. Now a giant spine buster sending D'Lo Brown down on the mat. Mustafa is distracted on the outside of the ring. Will he be able to get back in? No. It is a 3 count as D'Lo Brown gets pinned by that spine buster. Next up, we've got Shane McMahon versus X-Pac here. Shane McMahon representing the corporation. X-Pac also representing DGeneration X. Now we've got the early on going on here that it seems like the more experienced wrestler, X-Pac able to actually get the advantage here also with that counter, but Shane able to get some offense as well with that nice jawbreaker and now a neckbreaker as well, sending X-Pac down onto the mat. Into the corner now as we get a move here by Shane McMahon, a tree of woe setup, turning X-Pac over the top and actually going all the way up to the top rope here. X-Pac still in that tree. Whoa, huge double foot stomp sending X-Pac down onto the mat. Here's a nice float over DDT sending X-Pac down onto the mat as well. Shane McMahon seems to be very tired here. These two guys have constantly been going back and forth in this matchup here between the two of them. X-Pac now going for a submission maneuver. He's gotten very close to the ropes. Shane McMahon might try and go for the ropes, but he is trying to wiggle his foot underneath that rope. X-Pac letting that go. X-Pac sending him down on the mat here as it goes up to the top rope for a nice moonsault. Standing moonsault there. Tackle on the outside. X-Pac with a sunset flip bomb all the way to the outside as well. Nice running DDT now coming in from Shane McMahon. And now a bit of a rope-a-dope here as this match has been going on for quite some time. These signature punches from Shane McMahon trying to take out X-Pac, actually bleeding, busting open X-Pac now as Shane McMahon a bit tired from all that dancing, not quite going for a pin. He's got him set up in the corner now. What is Shane looking for? He is going up to the top rope here on the opposite side of the ring. He's got Shawn set up there for a huge coast to coast. I keep wanting to call him Sean Waltman, his real name, as we get a big neckbreaker now coming in from Shane McMahon onto X-Pac. Gonna be dragging X-Pac over to the corner here, and he's going for the pin here. He's got his foot up on the ropes though. He's going for a dirty pin here. He's got a 2. He's got the 3. He's able to get away with it as the ref did not see that dirty pin. Shane able to steal away this one from X-Pac after a long fought match. Trying to offer the hand back to X-Pac here. X-Pac knows he got a dirty win. Not going to accept that handshake there as X-Pac going back to the back of the arena. This is a rivalry here as it frustrates growing with the rivalry between Shane. Shane did get the win. He gets this winning streak perk that gives him +1 to all of his stats. X-Pac gets a few personality traits. Next up here we have Mikey Whipwreck versus Vader. Mikey trying to go for a grab there, but Vader, just a huge individual, not having any of that, just picking up Mikey and throwing him back down on the mat. As we've got Vader now picking him up by the hips, and we've got a big face plant, sending Mikey right down to the mat once again. Mikey still trying to go for standard grabs onto Vader. Vader able to avoid most of them, but gets tripped up here with a nice Russian leg sweep. Big choke slam coming in by Vader as he gets countered there with a couple of elbows to the back of the head. Now a big sort of bulldog as he slams the face of Vader up against the mat. He goes for the choke slam once again, and this time it hits, sending Mikey down onto the mat. Will this be enough to put him away? Nice leg drop there from Mikey as we transition over to a pin from Mikey onto Vader as he gets a 1, a 2, and almost a 3. Vader taking his time, slowly kicking out there. Vader now got Mikey Whipwreck in the corner here as he takes Mikey down. He's going up to the second rope here for a huge splash from the second rope. That giant Vader going for the pin now out of that corner for a 1, a 2. Only a 2 count as Mikey Whipwreck able to persevere and kick out there. Mikey now going himself up the ropes all the way up to the top rope for himself as he goes for a huge elbow. Dodged out of the way did Vader as Mikey now writhing in pain down on the mat. Vader looking to set up here for a finisher here as he's looking for something. He's got the grab onto Mikey, setting up for that huge power bomb, slamming him right down on the mat. Gonna go right into the pin now for a 1, a 2, and a 3. Big Van Vader beating out Mikey Whipwreck. Our next match is now Rikishi versus Bam Bigelow. You thought Vader was big? Well, these two guys are just as big as they both fight off in the center of this ring. As they exchange giant blows, huge bulldog coming in from Bam Bigelow. Definitely a man that has a fair amount of agility to him, as now he goes for a submission maneuver, a modified version of a crossface, stretching the face and neck of Rikishi. As we've got now a nice sidewalk slam from Rikishi, sending Bam down to the mat, going for a pin now for a 1. Only a 1 count as Bam kicking out there pretty quickly. Rikishi still trying to keep the advantage here with a big scoop slam. Nope, this is the Vader, not the Vader. This is the Rikishi bomb as he sends him down on the mat. Gonna go for a pin now onto Bam for a 1, a 2. Only a 2 count as Bam is able to kick out there. And now Rikishi's got him up again. Is this once again? Yes. There's Rikishi going down for that finishing maneuver. A bit of a modified pile driver perhaps as he goes for that pin for a 1, 2, 3. Rikishi able to get the win over Bam Bigelow. This is also a rivalry. Once again, the winner of it does get the winning streak bonus, +1 to all stats. Rikishi did not have a special news bulletin. This is now your champion, the skull-faced champion, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's going to be facing off against JBL here tonight in our main event. As we see now, here. But that is not JBL. JBL's gotten taken out here by Dude Love. It seems like Dude Love wants his shot against Stone Cold Steve Austin. Dude Love making that sprint all the way up from the arena, trying to run his way back into the ring. Stone Cold thought it was going to be a fight on the outside. Dude Love catching back eyes. Both men get back in the ring. Ref starts up this match now as we officially get started. And they tie up in the center of the ring. We got him tied up now as Dude Love and Steve Austin get started up. Steve Austin with a cheap shot there, as now we've got a nice gut buster coming in by Dude Love, sending that knee into the gut of Steve Austin. Headlock bringing Steve Austin up here. And we've got a big power move, but a counter by Steve Austin into a giant suplex, sending the head and neck of Dude Love into the mat. Gonna turn Dude Love over now. What's he looking for? A bit of a Lewis press, going for a couple of slams. Not a vintage one or a signature one there, so you would normally be running through there and flip a bird or two, but a nice grab on the wrench of the neck of Dude Love now, as we've got a tie up right in the center. Dude Love able to get himself back up now, and get himself slowly back up, and a couple of elbows to the chest of Steve Austin. Turn around Austin, now a nice bulldog coming in from Dude Love as well, able to get a nice string of maneuvers here, going for the pin now after that giant bulldog, getting a 1, getting a 2, only getting a 2 there as Steve Austin, our champion, able to kick out now. Nice takedown there. Steve Austin now going for what appears to be a pile driver, that move that took him out of action for so long, as now Austin might look for a pin. No, as we go to another clip here of them sending Dude Love over the top rope. What does Steve Austin look for here? He is out to the outside here, perhaps targeting the head of Dude Love as he goes for a apron DDT, sending the head of Dude Love into that stiff apron on the corner there. Nice boot countered by Dude Love, sending Austin down on the mat, and now targeting that knee, that braced up knee of Austin into a one-legged Boston Crab out here on the outside. This is not an Extreme Rules match. Dude Love had to get back in the ring, try to go for more power moves, but Austin able to counter. He's got another setup here for a huge powerbomb, but countered into a giant DDT by Dude Love. Now going to the corner, trying to set up for something here. He's calling for Steve Austin, get up here. He's looking for it. He's got the mandible claw applied. He's now got that hand stuffed in the maw of Steve Austin, passing him out down on the mat. Will this be enough to take out the champion? He's got a 1. He has a 2. He has a 3. That is enough for Dude Love to get this win over our champion, Steve Austin. But he's not done yet. The bell is already rung. He's taking out more pot shots onto Steve Austin, our champion, trying to show he wants that title shot. He wants to take that title away from Steve Austin as soon as possible. This is, of course, a upset win over this explosive rivalry between these two. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like and subscribe for more. This has been Posum, and I thank you for your time.